Hello everyone, this is Shamin, Chief Digital Marketing Officer at Sky Digital Agency. This video is part 3 out of 3 on how you can build a digital marketing portfolio. So I have some students who reach out to me and I think that I picked up this project to show you what has been done but what could be improved as well. So without further ado, let's dive into it. If you haven't watched the first 2 videos, I would recommend for you to watch those 2 videos. But this video, the third part of the video, is feedback on 3 things. The first is about Google Analytics. The second is email marketing. So your thought process behind these 2 digital marketing tools and what you should pay attention to when you build your portfolio so that when you present it, people know what you're talking about. The third thing is actually about PDPA policies, but that is a small part to building a portfolio, because for PDPA, you can always sign up for a workshop and learn more about PDPA. The project that was done is on Google Analytics, and this Google Analytics actually asked for participants to navigate around what we call a demo Google Analytics account that was given by Google. So it's called the Google Merchandise Store demo account. So you get to see traffic, you get to see where users are coming from, the amount of purchases, the value of it, the revenue. All right, but the idea behind Google Analytics, there are 5 things, and I created a presentation slide for this just so to help you understand a little bit more about the thought process behind this Google Analytics and how it helps you. All right, so although it's about how to navigate and all that in the project, but I would say that what is really important as you build your portfolio as a digital marketer, what is really important for you to pay attention to, I came up with 5 things. All right, there are many things, but I came up with 5. All right, so the first thing that you need to pay attention to is traffic sources. Many businesses, even like myself, most of our traffic sources comes from Google search engines or other search engines like Bing. If you're doing Google AdWords, you will realize that your traffic came from Google AdWords. If you are featured in the media, if you're featured in press releases, if you're working with influencers, for certain industries like F&B or beauty and wellness, you might see a surge in traffic from social or social media ads that you run. So what you want to do is you want to see the quality of this traffic. So numbers, in terms of the number of traffic that you get, is not that important. So there can be low traffic value as well, which means that a lot of people come but they exit within, say, 30 seconds. They did not even go to the page or fill in the form, they did not convert. Okay, so traffic sources is very important, so you know what to spend more money on. So for us, when organic results work, that's when we know we can pay more attention to this particular blog post or this particular services or particular courses that are getting more traction. Okay, and optimize them for search. The second report I would say that you need to pay attention to is user behavior. So what do we mean by that? There are many things in the user behavior, but I would say that there are 3 things you can pay attention to that might signal something. So what we realize is there are some pages that will have a longer period of time where user spends on your web page. So what happens is, for example, we have certain blog posts where people spend a lot of time, but average out, you might get a 2-minute visit on your website or 3-minute visit on your website. A lot of our clients, when we take a look at their Google Analytics, the user's time on a website is about a minute, slightly less than 2 minutes, about a minute and a half. So what we usually do is we set a goal as well, not so much to kind of just increase the time, but what you want to do is you want to create content where it actually increases time because it was a useful content, not so much like, oh, it was so difficult to find your information, therefore I spend more time on your website. Okay, nowadays people are not so patient, they typically exit your web page. So one of the top tip that I did was we created a I think it was a 2-minute or 3-minute animation video where we explained the concept of integrated social media or integrated digital marketing, and we embedded it to the homepage and some of the pages across which were relevant. I think that almost doubled our average page visit. So that's the first thing you should pay attention to. How are people interacting with your websites? How long are they spending on your website? Which pages are they looking at? With this, We actually know what are the courses people are looking for, and we tend to optimize it. We add more portfolios, we update the course outlines. And the last thing is, if let's say you realize that they are not converting, that's when you need to look into what are some things you can do to change to help. One of the things that I usually do is I offer a pop-up. So a pop-up form where it will appear if you scroll all the way down to, I think it was 75 or 100% of the web page. Okay, so that's something you can do as well if you want to. There are a lot of free tools today that allows you to do that. I think MailChimp, MailerLite, digital tools that we use to trigger a pop-up when we need it. All right, if we realize that, hey, there's a lot of traffic to this particular pages on our website, but they are not converting, that's what we do. All right, so the third thing to look at in terms of a report in Google Analytics is the bounce rate. So there are times where we look at a client's website, mostly e-commerce, where there's a high amount of bounce rate. There are many reasons, many ways to solve this. One of it is maybe people are just shocked about shipping price, and that's one of the reasons why people leave. In service-based businesses, there are other reasons as well. Maybe they are looking for testimonials, maybe they are looking for certain information is not there and they leave, or it takes a long time to load your website, therefore they leave. So you might need a little bit of technical expertise to audit these details, but as a digital marketer, if I can bring these details out, or this, I don't even need to say 5, right? But maybe 3 things for a business to look into when we talk about Google Analytics as a tool to analyze your business and your marketing efforts. Okay, so bounce rate. I swapped the sequence a little bit here. So what I think number 4 you should look at is device and location. So there are times where I had a client who sells books online. This particular client actually have about 50% or slightly more than 50% of traffic from mobile. And at the point of time in 2015, their website, actually even to today, is still not mobile friendly. So I actually proposed and I said that, hey, dear client, your website is actually having a lot of traffic from mobile. Maybe we should look into a mobile friendly website. Okay, so mobile friendly website doesn't mean that, hey, your entire website just responds to a mobile dimension. It might mean that you want to look into the experience on mobile. You might want to omit certain details. You might want to make certain buttons bigger, etc. The experience for mobile is very important. So even though today I think majority of websites are mobile friendly, I think is to pay a little bit more attention to the experience that you bring. A lot of times you would realize that a lot of traffic comes from both mobile and desktop. Today, I think there's lesser traffic from tablet, but there was a time where tablet traffic was quite high as well, substantial. Location. I believe that many websites, even ours, right, we will attract traffic from different countries. So what you want to pay attention to is if your business products or services is very localized, what you want to do is you want to kind of optimize your website for local audience so that you will attract the correct audience. Imagine if you have 1,000 people visiting your website, but 50% is not from Singapore. So you pretty much need to halve your data report. And this requires a lot of effort to kind of optimize and write for a local audience. So if you ask me, I would block something like 5 mistakes insurance agents make in Singapore, or something along the line of contextualizing it to our local context if your audience. Why I kind of adjusted the sequence is because conversion is often talked about first, and a lot of things lead into conversion, right? The conversation of conversion. But if you don't have the traffic, if you don't optimize for user behavior, you don't look at adjusting, or you don't look at improving your bounce rates, that means it shouldn't be so high, improving it, and you don't look at optimizing your content for devices, for location, then conversions will definitely be low. So the idea behind it, if you can understand how we can't look at silo data even in Google Analytics, this is one way I would challenge you. If you are looking into building a digital marketing portfolio, look into the demo account by Google, the merchandise store. They actually sell their merchandises. They give you the data as a demo account, and you can pay attention to these things and pick out like some suggestions that you would make. But I would say that their website actually is doing very well. A lot of times I think they had low conversion rates years ago when I was teaching Google Analytics, was because they actually only allow you to buy from them if you had a US or Canadian address. I think they were very strict, like no PO boxes and things like that. I think a lot of people who wanted to buy from European countries and even APAC, they couldn't buy from them. So their conversion rates were low. But right now, they actually allow you to buy. It's just that the shipping rate is almost the cost of the item. If you buy a shirt for, say, like $40 on their website, their shipping cost is almost $30, $35. So it would only make sense if you buy a lot, like $200 or $300 worth of products, and then you ask them to ship and you pay like $50, $60, $70 for shipping. I would say that this is the Google Analytics part of the feedback that I have if you're building your portfolio in digital marketing. If you're ready, let's dive into the next part, which is email marketing. So in terms of email, I think the concept behind email is very important. Email, let's talk about email marketing. So there are a few things and concepts to do about email marketing. So email marketing, honestly, I think it's one of the most effective, but you need a lot of thought to it because you need to excite people. It cannot just be promotional content. What I usually encourage people to think about when proposing or when building a portfolio is to think about how, number one, I can get you so excited about my product or my service, mostly I think service. And when you sign up, I give you something very valuable. Not only do I give you something very valuable, I actually set up an automated sequence that, very interesting content that you are interested in, that's sent to you once a week. Actually, a lot of companies do that, especially in the tech space. One of them is Unbounce. So they built a platform where you can build landing pages, high converting landing pages. And when you sign up for their webinar, what they do is that they actually send you 3 or 4 emails regularly on a Tuesday at 11 a.m. Very thoughtful because I think they pay attention to the time of the email, localized to your time as well, because Unbounce is not a local company. Think about 3 email campaign ideas. You don't have to design it, but at least have 3 ideas that you suggest. If you have portfolios in email marketing included in your portfolio, I think that's fantastic. Landing pages, I think what you can do is just Google for more ideas of what is important. Most importantly, is not so much of a sale, but imagine that this landing page is your salesperson. So if I come, I, number one, need to be impressed. I need to be interested in the offer. It needs to be very valuable. Share some testimonials to build your credibility, and that I know that, if I put my information in, I am going to receive something from you. I think I'm more than willing to put that information in. But a lot of people actually do this very well, and then there's no follow-up, which is what you need to do with email marketing, and you can automate this process. The last thing in this part 3 of the video is PDPA policies. So actually PDPA in Singapore, you can actually Google. They have a template on their website ready for you to understand. So all participants were asked to pick out 4 to discuss how would they collect the data, how would they use it, and how would they disclose it. So this is very important. How long will you retain the information, the personal data that you collected? And how will you allow people to update their personal data with you? So these are very important information, or these are very important things to consider. I have clients who owns like 20,000 email database. Their open rate is super low, like 20%. And just by updating and removing people who have not opened their last 10 email campaigns sent, if they send once a month, you just remove those people who have not opened your last 10 email campaigns. You can easily improve your email open rates to like 40% or 50%. Those are things that I think are difficult conversations to have with your managers, your bosses. But as a marketer, if you are able to bring out these insights, I think they will find it very valuable and kind of make these suggestions into your portfolio as maybe common mistakes or best practices. And that would definitely make you stand out. So I hope that this 3rd video wraps up the entire session of the 3-part video that I have in terms of building your portfolios. And if you are interested to find out more or you have questions, drop a comment below. And I do have workshops that I conduct about digital marketing. So if you are interested in finding out more about digital marketing, if you need mentorship, consultations, do let me know. We actually have more than 15 digital marketing courses, but only about 9 or 10 are published on our websites currently. So if you are interested to learn more about digital marketing, do check out the digital marketing courses that we have at Sky Digital Agency. So if there's any courses that you are interested in and it's not here, just let us know in the contact forms of each course, or just click on get in touch and fill in your details. We do have a WhatsApp as well, so hit on WhatsApp and drop us a WhatsApp message. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that these videos have been helpful. If it is, do give it a like, a thumbs up. Do subscribe. It will help us to create more content like this, and I look forward to seeing you at my next video.